Okay, now we're going to create this score on our screen, on our heads-up display. So I'll do it in my blueprints again. And I'm going to create this time part of the user interface here, look, user interface. And then it's called a widget blueprint. And I'm going to call this my HUD. Okay, so double click that and you get another screen come up, which is in another window like this. And I'm going to do this super simple. I'm literally just going to drag in some text, right? And it's going to show up here somewhere. Font, increase the size maybe, something like that. Color, make it something that's going to stand out. Oh, I don't know, orange or something. That's fine. So it doesn't matter what it says. It's just gonna say text block because what it will actually say will be whatever my score is. So that's fine that it says text block. What I need to do is now come over to text here. See where it says text? You can manually just type in if you wanted it to say something. You know, if it was like instructions for a quest or something, you could type in something on the HUD that would show up. But we need to bind this to a variable, which is our score variable. So click bind, create binding, and it'll take you to this screen. It does take some time, I suppose, to get used to moving between all these different windows. If that's confusing at first, that's normal, don't worry. So where is that variable? Well, it's in our player character, remember? So click and drag from there, cast to first person character. Object, remember it's get player character. And then it is get the score. Okay, so it's the score that we want to display, and then link that to the return value, and you'll get this conversion. That's fine. So all this is doing is getting the text from here, which is the player character, and it's getting this score variable, and that's what will be returned. Compile it. Yeah, we got a green tick. Excellent. So our HUD is prepared. One more thing to do. This still won't work when I push play. Still, I don't see anything because we haven't told it to display it to the screen. So the last thing to do is go to our level blueprints. So up here it says blueprints. Click that and we can see the level blueprint. So this blueprint is the stuff that's going on just generally within the level. And that's where we're going to say display the HUD. So I'm going to right click and we need an event, remember? So we need an event to trigger something. So the event is going to be begin play. So event begin play. So as soon as we start playing, I want it to create widget. There we are. And that is, you can choose the widget you want it to display. So in this instance, it's the My HUD that I just made. And then from there, we just want that to add to viewport. Yeah, add to viewport. And if I compile, yeah, if you do it wrong, you see you get this error here, and it shows you where the error is. That just needs to be linked to the return value. Tick that, and we've got a nice green tick. So now, push play. There we go. See up in the top left-hand corner, that orange 0? That's part of my HUD. So wherever I move, it comes with me. And if I come over here and I shoot my barrel, boom, it disappears and I get a 1 point. All right, so escape out of that. So you can do, whatever. Put these all in hard to reach places, drag in a load of them. I mean, they're not hard to reach, but you know what I mean. So you'd have to sort of, that's down to your level design. Push play again. I'm sorry if this is loud when I click this shooting. That 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Boom. Working. Okay. And that's going to be all for now. There's a lot covered in that short amount of time. If you're still like, I've made it work, but I have no idea what happened, go over the video again. look at what you've done. Come in and open up these blueprints that you've made. The blueprints are the ones with blue lines underneath. Come back to your event graph versus the viewport and think about, okay, so that's view. I've got my crate. The event graph is telling it what to do. There's my HUD that I was making. I can add some extra things in there if you want. The first person BP, the blueprints for the character and the projectile. In the projectile, if you double click it, go to the view, select that, the static mesh. If you really want, let's do something random. Change that to the crates, shall we? That's tiny. Scale that up. This is just going to be totally random, but there we are. Compile that, and now I'll probably shoot crates. Okay, crates. Not that you should do that really, probably, but it just shows you like how you can change those around. Let's change it back to the projectile. There we are. And now it's ginormous. Something's going weird with my scalings, but there we are. Move that back in. Obviously, yeah, and that's got a collision, a circular collision there, which is being detected. Read through that event graph. I mean, that might not make much sense to you at the moment. That's fine. But you get the idea. Sort of get an understanding of what you've just done, rather than if you've made it work and you didn't get it, don't just kick back and be like, oh, well, it works. Do go over what you've done. Maybe watch the video again if you need to, and get a good understanding of what it is that you've just done. Why did you make those variables, and all that kind of business. So, yeah, and then we'll move on to doing some other things next time. Okay? Yeah, file, save all, and it will save everything I've done. Perfect. Thank you.